Hallojis, my name is Ravi Ray, and in this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 things I learned while remaking the beat to Missin' You Crazy by Russ.
Love like this keeps going and going. I cannot forget you. No.
First, you don't need a lot of sounds to make a good beat. Here, I only needed 5 different sounds. I used a ride cymbal, a kick, a snare, a closed hi-hat sample in 2 different pitches, and an offbeat snare. While you could say that beats that use a lot of different sounds are more interesting and fun to listen to, something simple like this lets you focus on more important elements like the lead vocal, which is super important in hip-hop songs like what Russ makes where it's very lyric focused. Second, be aggressive with clip gain. One way that Russ makes his beats sound so good with only using a few sounds is that he varies the volume so much. I'm sure you already know that varying the volume and timing of different samples makes a beat sound more human. But what was new to me, especially as somebody who's more conservative in their mixing approach, was how wildly he varied the volume between his different samples. Here's the hi-hat pattern without clip gain. And again with clip gain. Overall, it just makes for a more interesting and a more forward-moving beat. Third, use empty space. As opposed to having a steady stream of eighth notes, for example, when you leave some space in your beat, it creates some tension that makes the stronger beats sound more impactful. Here, we can see in this hi-hat pattern where he leaves the space for the snare, and also in the 808 where the sound stops right before the snare hits. Fourth, loops are fine, but change it up. This note actually comes from researching the song online beforehand. I'll link the video where I found Russ explaining this in the description below. Personally, I use Splice to find song starter loops, and the thing about that platform is that anybody can buy access to it. Not that you absolutely have to do this, but whenever you find a loop or a sample that you like, and you either slow it down, speed it up, or chop it up and rearrange it, you impart your own unique sound onto the sample, which can be really cool. And when recreating this, I plugged my acoustic electric directly into my audio interface with no software amplifiers. From there, I learned and recorded each little ditty and compressed the whole thing together. And fifth, put the vocal up front. Russ's music is all about the lyrics and the flow. To make that happen, he does 2 specific things that I noticed. First, he doesn't filter out a lot of the low frequencies in his voice that you typically would in a more complex production. This way, more of the natural lows in his voice come out and it sounds more real and more authentic. And second, he sets the level for his vocal a little bit higher than you'd expect. So when you're mixing a track and the goal is to have it sound something similar to Russ's music, set the vocal at the right level in the mix and then add a decibel or 2. Here's my vocal without all the processing.
It's been way too long since I seen you, looked you in your eyes, riding around the town and staying out, don't wanna say goodbye.
And here it is after.
It's been way too long since I seen you, looked you in your eyes, riding around the town and staying out, don't wanna say goodbye.
This song was actually a rewrite that I did for my girlfriend. If you want to feel something and hear the full version, it's linked below. If you learned something from this video, consider dropping a like or hitting the subscribe button. Until the next one, stay well and shine bright.